Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling, and shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today? We'll be relaxing as per usual. You know, it was a very annoying thing which happened yesterday. Really, it wasn't that annoying thing, but when I was like titling the... Oh wait, I don't even know if I've named this. I haven't named the next episode of Another Crab's Treasure. Okay, well, let's do that first. Before I get even further into this, don't listen to this. What am I doing in this episode? Oh, yes, I remember now. Okay, well, we'll touch back in a second. Hello everyone, we're now in Fawnhallow. It's 5:13 PM on Saturday, January 11th, 2025. I can't speak. Fishing turn today, which we will promptly not partake in. Well, promptly is not really the right word for it, but we just won't partake in. Yes, I remember the big thing I did in this episode. I don't remember what the thing is called, so I have to look it up. Oh, you know, I don't even need to look up a financial term. I've got a great one right there. Boom, brilliant. Yeah, so all the Another Crab's Treasure ones are based around financial terms. But what have I spent today doing? Mostly just like playing a few games here and there. I've caught up with the ZZZ stuff, which I didn't before. So I did Haru Massa's, that's the thing, story quest. It's actually probably the best one I think I've done so far. It's very, very like heart-wrenching, I think, in that sense. But yeah, no, the annoying thing I was going to say was Animal Crossing. I was titling yesterday's episode, and the thing is, you know, I put like day 1753, year 5, which surprisingly a lot of people get comments being like, it hasn't even been out for 5 years. This is the 5th year of it. By the end of it, it'll be like a 5th year, I suppose. But the amount of people who have just been like, you know, last year being like, hasn't even been out for 5 years. Like, I know this is the 5th year, I suppose, of continuously doing it, and then, you know, we're in the 5th year of it happening, because the first year was 2020 to 2021, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I was doubting myself, being like, have I actually done this? And I'm like, yes, I have. It's how maths works. But the 4th year was everything ended on 2024, March 20th or whatever. And this is all the rest of the 5th year. So I guess maybe, if anything, I should have been like year 0 for the first one. But that's like, I don't know, that would be like a Korean age system or something, rather than saying this is the first year. So really this is the 4th complete year and something. But this is the 5th year. Wait, hold on. Yeah, the 5th year. 4th year and something. So this is the 5th year of doing something? Does that make sense? Yes, because it'd be year 2 from day 366, which would be 1 year plus 1 day. I'm getting confused now with my own maths, but it's like it's not an off by 1 error, it's just like everyone else is thinking about it wrong. Well, not everyone else is thinking about it wrong. I'm not saying that this is year 5 plus day 100 and 292. I'm saying that this is going towards the 5th year, 292th day. Or my 5th year of doing it. I've only done 4 complete years, but I'm doing the 5th. I'm working up to a 5th. Okay, very good. Get it straight in your head. Don't get it twisted. But no, the thing I was doing is that I looked at it and I was thinking about the days, and I was like, I should actually do like a sanity check that this day is correct, because it's been times before where I've got it misaligned, and then it's because like, oh, I forgot to increment the day by 1 or something, and then what happened was I looked at it and I was like, oh no, I'm off by like 2 or something on this day. That means at some point I've messed up twice. Incrementing the day. So yeah, I looked at it, and it turns out it was all the way back from when I was in Paris, that one. Like, it was like the episode escargot or something. I can't remember, like, double counted the days, like I didn't increment it by 1. So I had to go forward and change, like, I don't even know how many episodes it was, like 70 episodes of numbers, just to get the numbers adding up again. And I was like, okay, let's never do that again. So I think probably what I'll do is I'll start naming my file names as well, also with a thing. It's like a double check, you know. Sorry about that, a little pause. But oh yeah, I also forgot we were meant to be clearing out our storage. But yes, so it's just behind the scenes things. But I will start naming the files to also have this day count, the year and day counter as well. Just try and make it an easier way to sort of count what's going on. But yeah, I mean, counting is a bit weird, especially with like these off by 0, off by 1 things. So I'm not surprised that there's actually been a lot of comments. Not a lot, maybe like 2 or 3, which is more than some, but it was more like it was a repeated pattern in a short time. So I was just like, oh, okay, interesting. But it is a bit confusing because the game hasn't been out for 5 years. So if you see year 5 in the title, you're just like, what's going on? But it's like this is part of the 5th year, or up to the 5th year. Because when it's out for 0 years, it's the first year of you doing the entire thing, right? So I would title like year 1, etc, etc, etc. That doesn't mean the game's been out for 1 year. It just means this is on the way to the first year. This is the first year of recording, the first 365 episodes, right? Rather than me doing it from 366 onwards, saying year 1, day 1, because then that would be even more confusing, I think. That's the thing, I mean, it appears surprisingly often. I'm not sure where we got also up to for. It looks like around here-ish. So when we started getting rid of all the duplicates, but it is, to their credit, a little bit confusing. You know, starting from 0, starting from 1. Remember the different ways that we say this is the first year of recording, but it's been out for 1 year. If anything, maybe we should have different units of measurements for those different sort of things to sort of differentiate between them. Unless that's not the case, it's a bit too late to overhaul the English language, mind you. Not that we wouldn't like to try, but certainly the difficulty of it lies within the ingrained knowledge and traditions that are there withheld within them. Why do we have so many cucumber packs? What's going on? But yeah, if anything, the most annoying thing was not the comments. Honestly, I don't even know if I replied to them at the end. I might have been probably when I was just like looking through comments and I was just like, okay, you know, I can't bother to reply to these. But the person who asked about 3 months ago probably does not even care. And it wasn't even a question. They were just like, it's not the right year, and I was like, okay, well. Anyway, nonetheless, yeah. So it was a little bit of an annoying thing to have to go back and retitle all these episodes. It makes me wish there was like some way I could sort of like automatically increment it. I mean, I know there's like the template thing which I'm trying to do, but it'd be nice if I could reuse a template from yesterday's episode and then have it automatically increment the numbers in the title or something by 1. Is that lazy? Absolutely. So I'd say entirely unneeded. But it's just because we're coming up to nearing the anniversary times. I know we still got about 2 months left. That it made me just a bit more conscious about it, to be like, make sure that we keep up with the process, you know? Make sure that the numerical numbers of things are still fun. They still work out particularly well. Yes. But I don't know, like, these large numbering system schemes. I mean, it's a part of the reason that you don't actually see them much on YouTube anymore is the fact that it's not very appealing, I think, to the general consumer. If you don't know this, like a little bit behind the scenes, and why the meta of these sort of let's plays of numbered things which you check in with every now and then no longer exist. It's very much because it's to do with engagement and clicking on it, because you as a person, myself included as well, looking at like a video to watch, you're much more likely to click on it if it doesn't feel like something where you've missed out on a lot of the context already. Like, think about it, if you're watching a TV show, like what TV show would you like join in and be like, okay, I'm going to start watching from season 7? You know, most of them probably not, but maybe like a reality TV where each of the seasons are like self-contained or whatever. But it's not like you're going to watch in like I don't know, Breaking Bad at season 2 or something. I don't know how many seasons it's got. Like you probably start at season 1 to get the entire story. It's kind of like the point of a story arc. It's amusingly the same thing with like these YouTube videos as well. But people are not very willing to click on, you know, like, I don't know, Hollow Knight or something, part 34. But they might click on episode 1. But if you don't title them with numbers in them, you just title them, you know, just with like some edited down video of like exploring XYZ area in Hollow Knight, you're more likely to click on it, right? I just think, you know, the meta, the flavour of a month of continuous Let's Plays, you know, very much more of a early 2010s sort of thing. It's not really a thing anymore, right? I feel like the most popular things or gaming things are always like challenge videos, or if you want to watch someone play for you watch someone live stream it. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, I'm just saying that's how things evolve. And most of it's really, I'm not even sure if necessarily it's due to people's desires of what they want to see, as it maybe is more so to do with what the algorithm like pushes, right? Because the whole reason that those Let's Plays worked before is because the algorithm rewarded, like, as I understand it, I wasn't a content creator back then, and I'm barely one now, so, but it was something like the algorithm for YouTube rewarded, like, continuous things. So, like, if you had a part 1, it would recommend, like, part 2 and all the other parts of the videos. But now it's, the algorithm's changed to whatever gets the most, it keeps someone on there for the longest time, and that was not necessarily these long Let's Plays, it was the ones with these more abstracted sense of times, or scales, or where they fit in them, right? That's a sort of general idea, I believe, at very least. Why do we have all these insects in here? Oh, probably to try and get models. Right, we probably don't need that anymore. I don't know why there's so many bunny ones. We probably don't need all these light sticks anymore either. Yeah, and I just find that very fascinating. Because if I think myself, would I, personally, click on, like, episode 2 or whatever of some Let's Play series? And the answer is probably not. So I get the motivation behind also not wanting to do it. If you're engaging with your own sort of, like, things that you want to watch. I didn't realise we had so many of these gyroids as well. Completely forgot about them. So yeah, I'm not saying this in, like, a complaining way or whatever. Like, if I wanted to get most engagement, I wouldn't be doing this exact format I have right now, but this is more like what I want to do, I suppose. What the heck are the fragments for? I don't remember. With so many copies of KK Birthday. We've actually nearly gone through and gotten rid of all the duplicates now. We're doing very well for ourselves. But yeah, these numbering systems. It's almost a shame at how annoying they are supposed to upkeep. So I'm not surprised that YouTube doesn't have a way. You know, if we still had that meta of 2010s, maybe there's a decent chance that sorry, pause, but maybe there was a chance that if that meta continued from the 2010s, that was the most popular type of YouTube video, then maybe that's like a functionality that YouTube would put in, be like, oh, you know, you can mark these as parts of a Let's Play. Or if you just, like, you put them in the same playlist or something, and it'll all, like, string it together, automatically number it, and increment it. I mean, it's a very, like, specifically me problem to have, because, I don't know, there's probably not many series out there of people having not only, like, numbers into, like, the thousands, because keeping track of one number is pretty easy, but, like, numbers into the thousands of, like, whatever's going on. But definitely the hard part is the secondary number. Modulo 365, except for on leap years, 366. That's not exactly the easiest to keep a track of. Why do we have so many rusted parts? Okay, we definitely don't need these recipes. These can go all in the bin. So many Nook Mar tickets. Taylor's tickets? From LaBelle, probably. We'll keep our resources, because that seems... Probably don't need this much softwood. Probably don't need that much hardwood as either. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do, yeah, five piles of each is probably more than enough to make. Things I'm not really doing with crafting element of this game anymore. It doesn't seem much point of keeping up most of the others. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I'll get back to it and I'll be like, no, why did I throw out all my softwood? But alas, that's not the case at the moment. Why do we have so many acorns? Oh, probably because of Cornmer, right? That's just a testament to how many autumns I suppose we've had. But yeah, numerical counting. I mean, it's another thing, if you didn't know what I was saying before about like the starting from zero thing. Big debate about starting from zero. Because a much more natural way to count, I think. If you ask someone who's not a programmer, you start from 1, right? You're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, why would you want to count 0 or something? But you ask any programmer, not any programmer, I just remember very much my electronics teacher, very vehemently adamant about the fact that like we should be teaching starting from 0, and he taught like his grandson or something to start from 0 or whatever. 60,000. What the heck? What do we sell about 60,000? I don't know, but whatever. Yeah, he was just like, yeah, you have to start from counting it. Not have to in that way. It was he had a jokey sort of air about him, but very much like a got to start from 0. That's the right way to do it. And well, programmatically, I think that is the right way. I think there's a reason that people much more instinctively start counting from 1 instead of from 0. It's just, you know, with a concept of something much more physical, perhaps easier to not just easier to grasp, but it's easier to physically conceptualize, right? Compared to starting from 0. You might disagree. I think that's fair, but you know, I don't think that's necessarily like a thing we need to force people to do. Well, I don't even know why we would in the first place. It's a sort of thing where like it'd be nice if that's a way from the beginning, but no, we took a bit of time for 0 to be invented. I don't remember the full history behind it, but if you didn't know that, yeah, 0 didn't always exist, I suppose, in the number counting system. Where did it come from? I don't remember. Romans? Wasn't it? I feel like I remember a thing where it was like the Romans would count by like leaving a space or something for 0. I don't know how true that is. I might have just made it up, but if that's something which springs to mind. We certainly don't need this many, I can't speak. We certainly don't need this many acorns, and I guess we should toss out most of the trash as well. Or leave 3 of each trash. I don't know why we have so many more tin cans than the others, but probably don't need this many snowflakes either. I don't remember catching that many. We have a lot of each type of fragment. Should we do 30 of each? That's probably enough. No, some of them I clearly don't have enough of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's probably fine. At least by my own measures. You can see when I'm most active at getting star fragments or not. Oh my word, that's way too many star fragments. But yeah, I don't know. Numerical counting. It's a very interesting, fascinating thing. Or maybe you don't find it as fascinating as maybe I do, but the sort of concept. Like, it feels weird to say. Like, how do you not know the concept of 0, I suppose? Come on, Romans, or whatever, what are you doing? But obviously, like, when it doesn't exist, how do you think of something which doesn't exist in the first place? Negative numbers, I'm sure, as well as, like, conceptually that makes a lot of sense, but, like, physically, what does a negative number mean? What does it mean to have -1 or something? And it doesn't really mean anything. It's just more something which only works on the abstract concepts of things of value. I'm also pretty sure we cannot give you trash, so I'm not even going to bother trying. Which makes sense, because wow, why would you want to buy trash? I have no idea what we're selling, which is that expensive. I gotta imagine it's the fragments. Star fragments must be really expensive, but who knows? I suppose it is literal stars, celestial objects from the sky. So I can certainly see how that would have a lot of intrinsic value to people. I don't know why I said it so robotically like that, but chuck this stuff all away. Throw it away, forget yesterday. Okay, so we'll just deposit the rest of this and we'll round this episode up here. I don't know. So, numerical counting? I don't really know what I'm going to title this episode. It's not really about the numeracy per se, it's just more about, if anything, it's just more of an anecdote of like having to retitle like 700 episodes. Not 700, 70 episodes, a bit of effort. Sometimes I did like a little bit of historical retitling, but the only one I can think of is actually the time I updated a lot of like descriptions or something for one series, and I was like, okay, I'm never doing that again. That was way too much effort. So things have incorrect descriptions, and so be it. I'll correct it if it's just one thing, but like 70? That's too many. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to round this episode up here. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.